Okay, day 2, swim baits. I'm in a completely different part of the lake. I wanted to show you something. I dug this out of my closet. This is an 8-inch imitation trout. I bought this when I lived in California. Thing is, it's 8 inches, but it's heavy because it's all solid rubber. And 20 years ago, when I bought it, I could throw this thing for hours. Today, I probably couldn't throw this for an hour. My shoulder and arm would be shot. So I just wanted to show that to you. I never caught a fish on it. I was on Lake Paris once throwing it, and I had 2 giants. When I say giants, I know I exaggerate. These guys, one of them was chasing a bass to eat that was probably 12 inches. And it was sunny and calm, and this bass came flying out of the water, came down and shooting across the top, and I thought, what the heck is he running from? And I looked down, and this largemouth, his mouth was coming up. His mouth was that big. But then I had another one follow this to the boat, another huge bass. But I never caught one on this thing. Anyway, I wanted to show you that. The other thing I wanted to tell you real quick, I basically started bass fishing in the U.S., not the U.S., the Juan Bass Pro-Am tournaments. I mentioned in another video, I met Aaron Martins and his mother at a Fred Hall show, and his mom told me, you know, if you want to learn how to bass fish better, join Juan Bass and fish the Pro-Ams as an amateur. You get to fish with a pro, and you fish as a team, so he's going to teach you stuff because he wants you to catch fish. Anyway, I did that for a long time. I was looking on the internet, on YouTube, and the U.S. Open. It's called the Juan Bass U.S. Open. They have it once a year. It's the West Coast version of the Bassmaster Classic, and it's the big event. And a guy named Kyle Grover is leading after 2 days. I met Kyle Grover when he was a kid. His dad, Rick Grover, owned Anglers Marine in Anaheim, and that's where I bought this boat from Rick Grover. And the guy a guy named Larry Hopper was a pro. He won the U.S. Open, and he was on the pro staff at Anglers Marine, and they would give him a boat to fish all the tournaments during the year, and then he would turn it in for a new boat. Well, this is his 2001 Ranger that he fished during the year, and in 2002 I just happened to be in the market for my first fiberglass boat, and this one was available, and I got a hell of a deal on it. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that, you know, when I used to go, I used to get all my gear at Anglers Marine, and I used to talk to Rick once in a while, and back then I didn't know how to use a bait caster. So this would have been, you know, just before I came here, 2002, and he told me, you know, if you don't learn how to, remember, I don't think braid was around back then. So if you were going to use a spinning rod and you were going to like flip heavy cover, you can't use 20-pound test on a spinning rod. It just doesn't work. And he told me that. He said, you know, if you're going to be fishing all this different water, you got to learn to use a bait caster. The first bait caster I bought, I can't remember. I'm assuming I just went to like Big 5 Sporting Goods and bought one. I never used one, didn't know how they worked, and it came with the centrifugal brakes all on, and I didn't even know what they were even on there. All I saw was a knob. You adjust it, you know, you click, you adjust it, and your bait drops. And I went out to Lake Paris, and I was trying to cast this thing with all the brakes on. I still remember that. It'd go 10 feet, and I'm thinking, this thing's a piece of junk. Anyway, remember, we didn't have YouTube, we didn't have Google, we didn't have smartphones, so you couldn't just look it up, you know. But anyway, eventually, I don't know how I figured it out. Maybe somebody told me, but I figured it out. Okay, I'm ready to go fishing. I got out here late, so I'm starting at 9:30. I'll fish till 4:30, and if the fish are biting, I'll stay till 5. And if they're really biting, I'll probably stay till 5:30. I got a long run back to the ramp. That's it. This is probably the last nice day of 2023. I looked at the weather for next week. It's brutal, and I'm going to try to do videos, but we'll have to talk about that because we're talking about snow at night, 40s in the day. Not pretty. Okay, I'm going to start throwing the swim bait. Those are the green monarchs that I told the story of my nightmare on this lake. I was fishing right over in there somewhere. I launched about 6 miles away at Garfield Bay, and I was new here, and the waves were getting big, but I was near the shore, so they weren't as big there as they were there. And I waited till it got too rough to fish. I would say they were rollers. They were probably 3-footers over there. And by the time I got out there, you know, I don't know, I'd say 6. I'm almost 6 feet tall. They were as tall as me. And somehow I made it back. I wish we had cameras on our phones back then. Because when I went around and got back to the ramp, it's a high, you park up high, you launch down low. When I got to the top of that ramp and looked out there, never seen anything like that. I wish I could have took a picture of that. I just had a bite and I missed him, so I'm gonna run the camera here. See if I get him to come back. I've been out here an hour and a half. Oh, there he is. He just followed me to the boat. He didn't look that big though. Maybe that's why I missed him. I'll keep this running. I haven't had a bite in an hour and a half. I've been to, let's see, two spots and 2 what I call areas. And didn't get nothing. This one here, I know there's fish here now at least. So let's just see what happens. I'll give it one more. Then I'll turn the camera off. There he is. I got him on camera. That was nice, huh? Come here, buddy. Come here, pal. That doesn't happen very often. That's my first one. Ooh, and I got him good. Yeah, he was not coming off. You weren't coming off, buddy. Where the heck's the hook? Hang on, I can't even see the hook. Oh, way in there. Oh, man. Hang on, buddy. Okay, he's not that big, but he's my first fish. So, gotta start somewhere. Pounding, he's not even 2 pounds. Oh yeah, he is. 2 pounds, 2 ounces. Okay, all right. Okay. 2 pounds, 2 ounces. First fish. He might be the only one. He might have been the one that hit, but we'll find out. GoPro, start recording. There's number 2. Oh, that's a good fish. Yeah, that's a good fish. Let's get him in the boat. That's 2 plus. Oh, man. Come here. Come here. Oh. I got him. I think that's 2 pounds. Man, maybe not. It's a keeper. I'm going to get a limit in the boat, and then I'm going to go back to the other thing. I can't pass this up. I mean, my screen is lit up, and 2 pounds even. That's second one. That camera was messing up. I think I fixed it. I don't know how much footage I've got on there. GoPro, start recording. It was running the whole time. It's another quality fish. I think he's 2+. Geez, I'll just catch 5 2-pounders and then I'll throw the swim bait again. Yeah, he's 2+. I think he's bigger than the last one. Oh, come here. Come here. Oh, man. Yep. That's a good one. He's 2+. I think he's 2+. 2 2 pounds 2 ounces. Yeah, that's 3. That's a 2 2. Let me get my limit. These are the green monarchs. Now, this is the my definition of fishing a spot. I got a bunch of spots. I'm not setting the big camera up because it take too long to set it up, take it down. So I'm gonna fish the green monarchs here with the GoPro and see if I catch one. I got one. He doesn't feel very big, but maybe he's swimming to the boat. Let's see. And the other thing here, you could catch just about anything. It don't have to be a bass. Well, now he's pulling. It is a bass. Oh, no, it's not. What is that? Is that a largemouth? No. Oh, it's a nice smallie. Yeah, no. Come on, John. Oh, he came off. Geez, that was a good one. Whew. That was probably, I'd say 3+, maybe. You'll get a good look on the camera. I've had a big one follow both of my swim baits. Won't eat it. I've tried that one first. He followed me all the way to the boat, and then I'm throwing the glide bait. I killed it right in front of me, and he just sat there like stared at it and watched it sink. He said, "What do you think, I'm stupid?" See, it sinks. I got that lead in it, so it sinks real slow, but I don't know. Maybe I'll go fast retrieve. Okay, time for an update. It's 1:45. As you can see, the sun's out, there's no wind. I had that one decent fish on the swim bait here on the green monarchs. I'm still at the green monarchs. Came off at the boat. I had several follow me, but the water's crystal clear. I just don't think I'm going to be able to fool them. So I'm going to run. I got one more spot and one more area left to fish. And I got lots of time. I mean, 1:45, 3 hours. So I'm gonna make the run, and well, my spot's not far from here. My area is. So right now, I think if I recall, I got one swim bait fish in the boat, a couple of drop shot fish. I don't know if I mentioned I found a school of them chasing bait. And again, I got cocky and I said, let me just real quick catch a limit and then I'll go back to the swim bait. I caught 2 drop shot fish, never got another bite. They left the area, that was it. So I didn't learn my lesson. Just don't be so cocky. Okay, I'm gonna take off to my next spot. Okay, that day 2 swim bait video turned into a drop shot video, and I don't want to post that. So I edited out the last 2 hours. The last 2 hours I drop shotted, and it was sunny and calm. The wind never came up, and you know, I knew I could catch them drop shotting, and I wanted to have some fun out there. But I know if I was a viewer, I would not. That would not be entertaining, watching a guy on his home lake drop shotting fish. I just don't think that's entertaining. So I left that last 2 hours off. I'm going to do one more of these swim bait videos next week. I'm not bringing the drop shot gear at all. I'm bringing the swim baits. I'm probably not going to be able to stay out there for a day because of the weather. So it may be multiple days combined to make one video, and that'll be my last one. So I'm going to end up with 3 swim bait videos total. And anyway, I'll do an intro on that one when next week gets closer.